big scary virus we know as HIV and AIDS is believed to come from some chimpanzees around the 1980s, which started off as simian immunodeficiency virus in the monkeys and eventually mutated into HIV in humans' blood through contact from hunting. But whoa, stop right there. What is HIV, you ask? Let's begin with its name. Human immunodeficiency virus. The virus starts in the bloodstream, which gets there from the sharing of bodily fluids like blood, semen, breast milk, or the sharing of unsanitary needles coming from someone who has contracted the disease already. After it enters the bloodstream, it starts to attack all sorts of cells, but its particular favorite are T cells, a type of white blood cell which play a big part in our immune system. There are 7 steps in the HIV life cycle. The first step, when the envelope of HIV, which holds RNA and 3 key proteins, meets the T cell, it is called binding or attachment. Pretty self-explanatory, the proteins on the virus mimic the proteins that a T cell needs to survive, so then the virus attaches onto the T cell. Once they are attached, the second step begins, and it is known as fusion. The two fuse together, making one cell, with the HIV envelope now inside the cell membrane. This next step, known as reverse transcription, uses one of the 3 enzymes that are in the HIV envelope, reverse transcriptase. The cell contains DNA, which is double-stranded, and the virus has RNA, which is single-stranded. Enzymes, or the reverse transcriptase, is used to bind the RNA strand to the DNA strand. The DNA now replicates with the HIV virus now coded into it. Moving on to the 4th step, where the second enzyme in the HIV envelope, integrase, comes into play. Our body is smart, so whatever it doesn't recognize, it tries to fight off. However, since there's now HIV DNA, the body recognizes it as a friendly thing of DNA and lets it enter the cell nucleus. The integrase lets the small chunk of HIV DNA join a larger strand so it can begin replication, the 5th step. Once they are together, your DNA is now infected, and this is the reason that HIV is so hard to cure, because DNA self-replicates, so once the infected RNA strand connects to the DNA, it begins to produce more RNA, or more copies of itself. Such a deadly cycle, right? Assembly begins as the HIV RNA creates chains of viral proteins like the ones in the envelope. The non-infectious or immature HIV pushes itself out of the host T cell and releases its last enzyme, protease, which breaks up the long immature strands of protein into small strands like it started with and is now infectious or mature HIV. During the replication period, known as the latency period, people might not feel symptoms for up to 8 years. If gone untreated long enough, the HIV virus will eventually kill off enough T cells, and your body now falls into acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS. Without the necessary amount of white blood cells to fight off infections, your body now contracts diseases such as cancers, pneumonia, all of which are known as opportunistic infections. Now, a popular myth is people dying of AIDS, but in fact, a cause of death cannot be from the syndrome itself. It is from all those infections, known as opportunistic infections, that your body can no longer fight off. Some other myths of HIV include that it can be transmitted through breathing the same air as someone who is HIV positive, or there have been some that say sitting on the same toilet or touching the same doorknob. Remember, HIV is only contracted through bodily fluids. While HIV and AIDS does not have a cure yet, several pharmaceutical companies are working towards 4 main goals: preventing the virus, limiting growth once inside the body, developing vaccines, and treating opportunistic infections. Soon, hopefully, the infection that has taken the lives of over 38 million people that has only been alleviated until now can be put to a halt.